Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all well. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I'm your host and pilot, Uncle B. Today, we are going from Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport to Wallops Flight Facility. Now, the interesting thing is, I was looking this place up, Wallops Flight Facility. Never heard of it. It is a research center operated by the Goddard Space Flight Center. They do support science and exploration missions for NASA and other federal agencies. They have sounding rockets, small expendable suborbital and orbital rockets, high altitude balloon flights carrying scientific instruments for atmospheric and astronomical research. And using the runways, they can do flight testing of aeronautical research aircraft, including unmanned aerial vehicles. They also do some stuff for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They do tests and exercises involving the U.S. Navy. So all kinds of cool stuff. So there we go. That's where we're headed to today. So now we know a little bit about where we're going to. Shouldn't be a very long flight. It's about 45 minutes from takeoff to our second nav point. Our first one is roughly right here. So it's going to be, we're going to pass through this probably fairly quickly, and then on to our second vortac, and then we're going to turn, get to here, and then turn again, line up for runway 22, and we'll be on the ground. So I think Para is joining today. I think I've seen him online. I don't know for sure. I'm waiting to see if he wants an invite to the group. So we may have somebody joining today. So Para, if you're in the chat, let me know if you want an invite. And then we'll get everything sorted. So yeah, it shouldn't be a very long flight. Should be under an hour. And then, oh, he just landed there. Looks like he's already at the destination. I don't know, maybe he just did the flight on his own. But and then next week we'll take off from here and we're going to head down to where is it at? There it is. Kill Devil Hills, the first flight. There's the monument for Wright Brothers National Memorial. We should be able to kind of see that as we come in, possibly. I think the only way in is 2-1. Because then the parking spots are down here. And probably departure is going to be 3, possibly. We'll see. Hello, Joseph. How are you? So that's on Monday's flight. Barring anything coming out with Sim Update 10, still no word on that. I checked the forums yesterday. No significant updates or anything that they have not said, put out any further information since last week. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I think Para just flew the route on his own, I think is what happened. He probably just wanted to fly it just to do it. So he's already at the destination, so I don't know what's happening. We're just waiting, see if anybody else is going to want to pop in. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll spawn in and get ready to skedaddle. So yeah, about here we need to be at about 2,000 feet for sure we got to be at 2,000 here and then descend all the way through there. So, yeah, I never heard of this place before. It just seemed like a cool place because it's right on the Virginia coastline here. And so, yeah, never heard of it before. So this is some. Oh, look at that! It even says right there, NASA Wallops 126.5. That's the. I guess that's the frequency for the tower. Possibly. I think it's towered. I would think for flight research and everything, whatever they're doing, they need to have a tower here, and I think they do. I think it's like right over here somewhere, or maybe up here. But anyway, all right. So we're just waiting to see what Para's plans are. I think he just did the flight and has. I don't know. Let's go back to DC here and see if he's back over here. Nope, does not look like it. Okay. Yeah, he may have just did the flight just to. Yeah, he's on the world map now. So I think he just did it just to do it. But we'll see. All right, a few more minutes and I'll spawn in and we'll get the aircraft finished getting it set up. Put a little more fuel in the tank just to be on the safe side. Actually, no, I think we don't need to add any fuel. We got more. 50% should be more than enough, I think, for the flight. We could probably throw in another 10% just to be safe. I don't have a problem with that. And then, yeah, everything else should be pretty much set to go. Oh, there's Para. Para, I just saw you land over here at our destination today. Are you flying, or did you just do the route just to fly it, just so that you could get a little flying time in, or are you going to fly it again? I mean, whichever one, it's fine with me, no matter what. So, I did some. Oh, okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. All right. A couple more minutes and then we'll get ready to go. Might be a quiet day in the chat. Just never know. Sometimes it might be crazy. Sometimes it's quiet. So we shall see. So yeah, about 45 minutes. According to my E6B. Wow, this thing is really buffering. Oh, that's fine. Fly whatever you want, Para. It's perfectly fine. Do what you feel comfortable with. That's all right. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. No, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Anyway, so let's go ahead and spawn in on our departure runway, and we'll get everything else set up here. Put a little extra fuel in the tanks, and then we'll get ready to skedaddle out of here. So, Puzzle Girl Sue, thank you for both of the follows. I saw that you have two. It appears you have two accounts, so thank you for following on both accounts. Appreciate it. So tomorrow, first leg of the Route 66. I'm probably going to fly that in the Cessna 172. Probably going to go with the steam gauge model. Just because. I'm fine, Joseph. Thank you. Well, that's a pretty neat picture. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, what in the world? Wow. Okay. Go figure. There's that. Let's get that on. Let's get this dialed into our first one. Yeah, I'm not sure who it is, to be honest, Para. But it's fine. 0370. Look at that, we're already picking it up. I like it. Good stuff right there. So let's get this onto 186. Yeah, I don't know if it's Sue that's usually in mixed streams on YouTube. So, I don't know. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Oh, okay. Oop. Well, this plane is really raring to go. Let me put the parking brakes back on so we don't go rolling down the runway before we're ready. All right, a few more minutes, and then we'll get ready to go. Or we're already ready. We'll actually get out of here. Make sure there we go. Handle all the radio traffic. I like this picture right here. See if we can get one without. Ooh, I kind of like that one. See the Washington Monument in the background? There's the Pentagon. It's a nice picture right there. Puzzle Sue. Joseph. All right. A few more minutes. Yeah. Yeah, we are that close. So, yeah, you can see the Washington Monument back there. There's the Pentagon right over. That should be the Pentagon right there. That's Potomac River. And trying to see if there's anything else, but yeah, you could see the Washington Monument right there. So that's there. Then I think the Lincoln Memorial is right over that way somewhere. The National Mall. It's funny, we were running around in the over by the Lincoln Memorial in Division 2 last night. Yesterday afternoon. All right. Well, I think Para, are you going to join in, or do you want an invite or no? Are you flying with me today, or are you just getting some time in? Let me know now so I can get you an invite. I don't know if you're wanting to fly again or not. Or if you're already here, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Well, off and on, yes. It's I have a love-hate relationship with that game, to be honest. But yeah, I kind of came back into it a month or so ago, just for something to do, when I'm not flying or anything. Okay, you're already here. All right, perfect. All right then. Well, I think at this point, it's going to be fun and games Sunday. What's fun? What do you mean, Joseph? All right, I think we'll go ahead and get it in the air. Away we go. There's Para and the other Junkers 52. Perfect. Yep, Southeast Asia. Oh, you're helping your sister move again? What? Be like, you know, sis, you just need to move somewhere and stay there for like a while. I have other things to do. Oh, okay, that's right. We're not going to have the ATC voice console. All right, so let's get on a heading of one. Oh, hold on. Well, yeah, I gotta probably invite you, Para. Oop, hold on a second. I could see you, but I guess you can't see me. I'll shoot you an invite then to the group. And I gotta look up the heading of 133. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, that seems a bit... Well, I mean, I guess if, you know, if where she's at isn't safe, then of course it makes sense to move, but... Well, what can you do? All right, away we go. Let's go ahead and just pull back on the mixture just a bit. Yeah. It's terrific. Alpha WF. Hello. Welcome. It's going just fine, thank you. So there we are. Para is right. Where is Para? Para's over there. Okay. All right. We need to stay on track here as best as possible. So our first nav point should be up here. So there's one there. Well, that sun's kind of blinding. Right, there's that. There's Joint Base Andrews. All right, so we're still on our way to our first nav point. Matter of fact, okay, there's a larger body of water there. So we'll cross over. Our nav point should be somewhere up right in here. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, very quick flight today. It shouldn't take very long to get there. Try to get a quick little picture here. All right. All right, so our first one should be coming up here in just a moment. Well, I mean, sometimes it. See, that's the weird thing is, the um, it either overestimates our time, our flight time, or it very rarely will underestimate. It's always an overestimation, it seems. So, yeah, I didn't know how long this was going to take, but when I looked at it, when I calculated just from our departure to our second nav point, it was like 45 minutes. So I'm like, oh, that should be a very easy flight to do. I'm trying to keep them under 2 hours, if at all possible. That's the difficult part. I think for me, 2 hours is it's enough for me to do in one sitting. But if it means that we're not like, I don't have legs. I mean, I kind of have things planned out, but if it means we just do short flights just to do our flying, that's perfectly fine as well. Doesn't have to be a time, like we have to do so many legs. North. Oh no, I know you did a stream. I think the day that you did it, Para, I was doing something else. I don't remember what day it was, but I had something else going on, and I didn't realize you were live until after the fact. So I apologize for missing that. I saw that you, afterwards, that you were flying, and I was like, oh, totally missed that. All right, so we're flying over our first nav point. Let's go ahead and dial in number 2, which is 11240. And we still want the same heading, roughly. We should be picking that one up already. It's not that far away. It's only like 72 nautical miles, so it's kind of strange that we're not hearing it yet. It must not be a high-powered vortac. But it makes sense that it's not far from our destination because there's a lot of there's military aircraft that are tested that are at Wallops, so they would have a vortac available for them. Okay, I'll have to look at it at some point, Para. Yeah, I totally. By the time I realized you were live, it was well past. um, yeah, because usually after a while in the morning, no matter what day it is, what time of day or what day it is, after a while I shut my laptop down so I don't get all the notifications. Sometimes I'll get a notification on my phone, but not always. So yeah, I afterwards when I opened up my laptop again, I was like, oh, Tara had been live earlier. So yeah, I didn't realize that. So my apologies for missing your flight. Kind of be leveling off here on our own. Oh, yeah, because I think that was the day. If it was I think it was Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, I was waiting. I was trying to get. That was the day we did the raid on Division 2. So, yeah, it was kind of a hectic day. Wasn't sure if it was even going to happen. Okay, fair enough. I can do that. Well, here's I'll say it like this, Para, and I'll still have a look. But well, hello, Mick. How are you, good sir? Long time no see. um, are How do you feel about the flight? Like, did you enjoy it? Do you think you learned something from it? Well, I mean, that's okay. Uh, doesn't matter if you're a rookie or whatever. What did you think about the flight? That's the main question. What did you think you could have what did you learn from it? That's the key. All right, 13 minutes so far flying. On to our second vortac here. Well, your plane looks very strange in the air, Para. It's like I don't know, it's like a Lego plane flying or something. It was scenic, okay. But what did you learn from the flight? Like what did you learn about it? What did you learn about what do you think you could do better or what do you think you did good? Or was it pretty much everything went okay? Shiny steel. I talked to Doris last night, Mick. She asked about you, and I said, I don't know. Mick is doing whatever Mick does. See, even your viewer in Mexico was wondering about you. Landing could be better. Well, the landings could always be better. I think that's. Oh, there we go. There's our second for attack coming up. Yeah, I mean, landings can always be better. I know mine can. People notice when you're absent, Mick. I'm telling you. All right. Let's have a look here. There we go. He was here just a minute ago. Oh, there he is up above. But it's been a busy summer holiday this term. I'm thinking, yeah, that's understandable. I could see that. Yeah, people got used to you streaming on a regular basis, and then, like you said, this is a different summer after catching up for past few years. Alright, so we're just cruising right along here. And that's why I told Doris, I said, I think, this is just that summer where you've got a lot of people coming by to visit and see the girls and all that, so, yeah. And that's okay. Doris has been busy too. Like, seems like sometimes we just never know when we're going to talk. Or we plan on it and then something happens that, it changes everything. So. So, oh yeah. Well, we had a heck of a storm come through yesterday afternoon. Like it was just pouring rain for about a good 5 or 10 minutes, and then just it was gone. So it probably reached Amela today or last night. So, but yeah, we got it dumped pretty good, and then went on its way. So it's a little bit cloudy today. We might get another storm, possibly, I think. So, yeah. Alright, let's have a look here and see where we are. So we have this large... So we just flew over that. Let's zoom in here and have a look and see if we can figure out where we are. I think, yeah, we're pretty far. Our line is to the right. We're a little bit off track. It's okay. We'll get back on track here in a moment. So we have a little bit more to go. Probably about, we're about halfway to our second nav point. Well, I would think, Joseph, that your weather is probably very similar to Mick's. But thank you for confirming the weather update. Oh, I did pop in. I left you a cheeky like on your Fall Guys this morning, Joseph. I was still waking up, so yeah, I saw you were live, so I left you a like. Certainly not my type of game, to be honest. But um, so yeah, tomorrow I think it'll be the Cessna 172, the steam gauge model. Although it does have a bit of there's a Garmin system that's like over in this kind of in the center console. Um, but we'll should be pretty much a straight shot once we depart Chicago and head to our first stop along the way. But we'll try to keep a reasonable altitude, so hopefully we can see, see some of the route along the way. Route 66. I don't know. I'll have to look, because I know in some areas there might be points of interest along the way that we can circle around and have a look at, but otherwise we'll take off and have a nice little flight, land, and call it a day. I was thinking about doing it in the Cessna 152, but I think that would just be way too slow, and it would take even longer than I would prefer it. But I don't want to go too fast, and I don't want to go too slow either. So I think the Cessna 172 is a pretty good compromise. A lot of planes already wanting to descend on its own. Huh. So that'll be Thursday, Friday. When I start the stream, we'll look at all the general aviation aircraft. Well, at least all the prop stuff we have available. Well, I don't think there's anything like in the sim that's marked as a point of interest, but I don't. But it's also, it could be just a marker, like a some kind of a plaque or something, because that's the sort of thing that they would put along the way is some kind of a little blurb of information or whatever. So, but if there's a really noticeable point of interest, then we'll fly over it. But otherwise, it's just gonna we're gonna follow the route basically. That's the main thing. We're gonna follow it from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica. So, and if there is some history or whatever along the way that I can talk about, then we'll certainly do that. And then after we get that done, and that'll probably be sometime in October, maybe November-ish. From there, we'll hop in the Twin Beach and do a flying tour of Africa. We'll start in North Africa and work our way down around the continent, and then we'll zigzag around, try to go to different locations along the way, or try to land in the different countries on the continent there, and then hopefully by then also the DC-3 will be out, and we'll take that over Canada. So hopefully that's the plan for going into the rest of the year. So we'll have basically 3 tours, except for Fridays. Fridays will be, so like this Friday, you guys pick, I'll show you the planes, you pick a plane, and then I'll pick a route, come up with something, and then we'll yeah, that's supposed to be coming with the free update in November, the anniversary edition. So we'll do that. We'll take that over Canada, I think, just for fun. But I do want to fly around Africa. I think the Twin Beach would be a good option for that. So that's our plans going into the end of 2022, early 2023. This flight going across America is probably going to take into 2023 for sure. And then Africa is probably going to get into 2023. Canada most likely will get into 2023. So at least we have that, and then Fridays it's you pick the plane, I'll find a route to fly it, so that something interesting to do. So but if nobody picks a plane, I'll have something on, a backup plan. So but try to pick something different. I want to see him fly the Spitfire. There's more planes than just the Spitfire. I know the Spitfire is popular. I love it as well, but there's lots of other planes to fly. They may not be as sexy as the Spitfire, but they exist, and they deserve to be loved just as well. Hope to go west soon. Well, I'll tell you, and it sounds like for the people who live in those areas that are in ATS so far, like, you can get a sense of the buildings may not be 100% correctly modeled, but you can get a sense of the what do you call it, the size of the town or whatever. What new plane, Joseph? What new plane are you referring to? Or what new plane, or plane or plan? I'm not sure which one you mean. What can you elaborate, Joseph? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think we are getting close to. We should be getting close to our, let's see, 27 minutes in the air. So we might be getting there. Yeah, I don't know if you meant plan or plane. The big plane. I can't remember the name of it. The big plane. Well, that really narrows it down, Joseph. I don't know which one. You talk about the Concorde? It's not new. It's new to the sim. Obviously, it would be new to the stream. No, I have not. That's probably not going to happen until after my vacation. Yeah, I think that's what he means. So yeah, no, not yet. It's part of it is just I've been reading, like, I think part of it is either I didn't really fully automate the fuel movement to keep the center of gravity where it should be for, like, when we take off or we start climbing to 60,000 feet, the fuel would be pumped to the back. And so I don't know, either I was missing something or there's a way to automate it, but I don't know if I didn't hit the right switch or something. Because that's the difficult part is if you do it manually, you really have to keep. It would be a very busy plane to fly in a stream. I still want to do it, but it's like, okay, maybe there's just no way for me to do it. Like if I was on a computer, I think it'd be much easier. But on the Xbox, I think it'd be much more difficult to do um, on the Xbox. So I may have to automate a bunch of stuff, but I'm not sure if there was something that I was supposed to a switch I was supposed to turn on or whatever to automate um, the uh, the fuel movement, because it eventually, as they were climbing, the fuel would be moved to the back. There was like this whole system that they had to do to that the I should say the flight engineer was busy with all that. So I think it'd be very busy for me to try to fly and pay attention to the chat and make sure that I don't miss anything. So if I can automate that part of it, make sure that it's automated, then so yeah, I think it'd be too much for me to do. MiG 29 in Ukraine livery. I'll think about that one. I'll think about it. I mean, I flew the MiG 29, but it was in East German livery. We flew it to, I think, Poland. I, I'm I'm a bit leery about flying it in the Ukrainian livery. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but it becomes a political issue in a way, and it's a hot button topic for some people, and you know, even though I mean it's a Soviet-made aircraft, there's no, you can't change that fact. But it has flown in many different countries since it was built. Um, yeah, I know, I get that, but it's like it. I'm trying to avoid like anything too political as well, because that's what it really, at the end of the day, that's what it really boils down to. Um, so I don't know. I think we need to start descending here. So yeah, I get the reason why, but it's yeah, I'll think about it, because the Fridays generally was supposed to be like, you know, if there's a prop plane, whether it's prop, turboprop, stuff like that. If you want me to fly it, I'll come up with a, you know, some kind of a plan. And, you know, and for some people it might be they want me to fly it because they want to fly along and learn how to fly the plane, or, you know, learn how to do the startup, whatever. The only jet that I was going to fly on a Friday eventually was going to be the Concorde. I could do maybe a special Saturday stream, possibly after I get back, or maybe this Saturday, I don't know. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Hello, Super Typhon, how are you? Um, yeah, um, yeah, I mean, I'll think about it today, Tara. I promise you, I will. I'll give it some thought, and it maybe we'll just do a special Saturday stream, because Fridays was supposed to be just uh, prop plane stuff, and that's the intent for Fridays. Um, so, um, yeah, I think our nap point is coming up here. So we got to start dropping some altitude here very quickly. Um, but I'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, if we're gonna do it, I might just do it this coming Saturday as a special stream. I might be able to do that. But yeah, there's enough time I could look at the coming up with some kind of a plan. See how it goes. Yeah, I think we're coming to it because we're going to turn to the left here coming up on a heading of 074. Yeah, I'll message you before the end of the day today, Tara. I'll look at it once we're done with this flight. I'll see if I can figure something out. What I could probably do is maybe we could fly it in Ukrainian livery, but we can fly it. We don't necessarily have to fly it in Ukraine. Fly it somewhere else. We could fly it here in America, or we could fly it in Germany or something. I don't know. The Yak plane. Are you talking about the Yak 18T or the Frank? I think the Yak is the 18T, but there's two Yaks. There's the 18 Tango, and then there's the Frank, the other Yak. At least our voices are back. I don't know. Yeah, we should be coming to our. All right, let me look. The Frank. I'll think about that one. All right. There's a river. See the coastline from where we are. Hello, Amela. How are you? Yeah, we should be close to our final nav point here. And we're going to turn out over the water there, out over the coast. Yeah, I've looked. Well, it has improved. See, the bad part is one of the things that's, as much as I love the community, this is what happens, right? People buy the plane, it's not working as intended, or people get frustrated because they don't want to spend the time kind of just learning the plane and learning its quirks, for lack of a better term. And so what happens then is, so they put a 1-star rating. I'm fine, thank you, Amela. But then the developer puts out some updates and works on improving the plane and all that. They never go back, generally, try it again to see if it has improved, and then change their rating, their star rating. So it just sits there looking terrible. It's got a very low rating. So then everybody's like, well, I don't want to buy it because it's got such a low rating. But the Deimos, who developed that, has, I think, the Frank has has worked on making it better. He's committed to that. You know, I've chatted with him in another Discord. Um, and if there's anything that you see, if you tell him, he'll say, "Okay, I'll look into that," or "That's already in the works," or whatever. He'll talk to people, and if there's something that they see that's like, yeah, it's a problem, he'll. Uh, oh, there we go. Well, thank you, Mick. Appreciate that. The founding member, the first subscriber on the Uncle B Sim channel. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate that. 4 months. Mick has been a steadfast supporter of the channel. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just noticed my number went down, and I'm like, oh, who? And if people want to subscribe, they're more than welcome to. If not, it's perfectly fine as well. It's all greatly appreciated. All right, let's go on a heading of 074. So I think we need to start turning here. Getting ready to turn. That's set up now. So our airport is down. It should be like right over there. Go ahead and turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So we made it in 40-something minutes. So yeah. I had chicken nuggets last night for dinner, Mella. Yeah. It wasn't like a super. No, I ate earlier than normal because I ate before Doris was going to get home and call me while she was home for her meal time. So I was like, well, at least let me get my meal out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and call in. We should be close enough. There it is. Ta-da. Yeah, we are a bit fast, but that's okay. Oh wow, there it is already. We'll go ahead and turn and make sure we get to our. We can go ahead and turn this off. We're not going to have an ILS approach today. Oh, I watched this amazing. I'll post it in the Discord. This Navy pilot, he flies F-18, the Growler, which is like the electronic warfare version of the F-18. He did a video. They landed at this airfield in Colorado, and the way he came in was just he did what they call like a fan approach, like he was landing on a carrier. When they line up on approach there on a carrier. It was really cool. But it's you're looking over his left shoulder as he's flying. So I'll post that. I watched that the other day, and I meant to share it in the Discord. I think he's still flying actively. But yeah, I gotta get some flaps down so we can start slowing down as well. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, it was a pretty cool video. He does videos like carrier launches, landings, carriers. A lot of pilots seem to do that now. They'll throw a GoPro in the aircraft, or a couple of them, and they'll make these videos for YouTube. Pretty amazing. Pretty neat stuff. I've seen some of the deck crew even wears GoPros and does the shows you what they do to launch an aircraft off of a carrier. Alright, here we go. Alright. Realize I put Alright. We did pretty good on the timing overall, I think. Yeah, very, very interesting place, this Wallops Flight Facility. They work with, alright, take care, Mella. Bex is here. Oh, hello, Bex. I was gonna say, I did see Bex in the chat earlier. Bex is here just as we're getting ready to land, of course. Jinxed it now, Bex. It's alright. We'll make it. So yeah, they do a lot of work for NASA here, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They have suborbital and orbital rocket launches from here. Weather balloons with scientific stuff. Take care of them. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, okay. I don't know why would my phone's silent. Why would it ding like that? That doesn't make any sense. Strange. Weird and wacky stuff. I'm going to try a slightly different approach here. I want to try to get a little bit lower early. Not too low, but just enough that we're not coming in too steep once we're over the... had to go shopping, normally missed the landing. That's okay. Did you get any chocolate, Bex? Did you get yourself a Subway sandwich? Alright. I think we're a bit off of our final heading at 223, I believe. much more success on this landing. See, there it goes again. It wants to climb. Trying to find that nice balance. It'd probably be easier if it was had a flight stick or something, but right there's the end of the runway right there, just on the other side of those trees. This water, or the water here. Just got to get right over that. Oh, this runway is not really open. Interesting. That's what the X's, I believe, stand for. There we go. All right. Welcome to Wallops Flight Facility, everybody. Had to buy coffee. Local time is 8:17 in the morning. We understand that Bex had to buy coffee instead of chocolate, but we're glad that she showed up towards the end of the flight. Do join us tomorrow on the Cessna 172 as we start our flying tour of Route 66. (7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC, 12:10 UK). We'll get started. Ooh. All right, I can do that, hopefully. There we are. Pairs on the ground. Chocolate in the fridge, okay. Parking, please and thank you. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, Super Typhon. Appreciate that. So, yep, there is a tower. I figured they had to have one here. Yeah, well, it was much better landing than the one we had at there at Reagan National on Monday. So, there we go. So, yeah, there's like quite a few NASA employees that work here. 30 Navy employees, other civilian folks. It's like I think our parking spot somewhere over there. Thank you, Joseph. So yeah, we will back tomorrow. Cessna 172, the steam gauge model, not the fancy glass panel and all that. Will go steam gauge. Have a nice little flight. We'll take off, climb up to about maybe 3,000 feet. We'll turn off the weather, have nice sunny skies so we can kind of see everything. We'll cruise around about 3,000 feet and or so, and hopefully we'll maybe a little bit lower, possibly. We'll see. Maybe 2,500. We'll, oh, no, our parking spot's right there. I thought it was like on the other side somewhere. Like, I thought there was like a large parking area over there. Excuse me. So yeah, I think that worked out a lot better trying to come in a little bit flatter than we have before. but it was like just getting over those trees was the main, going to be the main problem. We'll try to get a family photo here once Para's parked up next to me. Yeah, these are all X'd out, so I'm guessing some of this isn't really supposed to be open for. I mean, certainly it's open for military traffic, but not unless it's an emergency. They don't want anybody landing here. Probably because a lot of the stuff here is, thank you, Joseph. Probably a lot of top secret stuff here. When they're testing unmanned aerial vehicles and stuff, so they don't want just anybody. Landing here. Oops. Come on. There we are, right there. Alright, we'll wait for Para to park. Para's going to park it right there. Nope. He's going to tax it a little bit more. Go ahead and turn off the... We don't blind the ground crew. Nope, Para's right next to me. Para joined in the other Junkers 52. Oh. Go ahead and get a nice family photo here. There we go. Alright, let's shut it down. Let's get the battery off. There we go. 50 minutes. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright, let's see. Let me put this in real quick. FS Hub. My airlines. Ooh, the pilot ID looks a lot fancier now. Nice. Okay. Junkers 52 is way at the bottom here, kinda. There it is. We departed from KDCA at 11:19. KWAL at 12:10. Submit. Ta-da. Yeah, very good landing overall. Good stuff, Para. Oops. Make sure appreciate Para joining in for today. So yeah, that's going to do it for today, folks. We will be back tomorrow, 7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC, 12:10 UK in the Cessna 172 steam gauge model. We will have some avionics available if we get lost or anything, but we'll try to navigate with just the other instruments, and then we'll get that done, and then Friday we'll be back. You pick the plane, I'll pick but it's all nothing but props. Okay, nothing but props. Para, I'll look into that request. We'll try to do that maybe this Saturday, and we'll see what we can come up with. So if you've got it as well, we'll try to do a group flight. How about that? So we'll figure something out. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the flight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Do enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, early Thursday, depending on where you are in the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until tomorrow, peace, live long and prosper.